Today, we lost the great Ted Turner at the age of 87. And I just wanted to get into his life, his legacy, and just some of the accomplishments that he's actually achieved over the years, not just in entertainment or television or sports, but just other ways that he gave back as well. I think sometimes people forget about just the things that he's done over the years, but he was around a long time. But yeah, he did a lot. So let's get into that. But before we get into just his life and legacy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube. Something that always stood out to me was back in 97, he pledged a historic $1 billion to support the UN causes. $1 billion. Man, this guy, that's a lot of money. People don't realize this was back in 97. So that was huge. Another thing that always stood out was he led efforts to restore the American bison population through his ranches. So it just showed that he cared about animals. Maybe that was just his cause. So he always stood for something. Just reading about him over the years, this guy just did a lot. In 1991, he was Time Man of the Year. You have to do a lot to become Time Man of the Year. I mean, he was just a great guy, and just in general, from what I read, over the years, just reading about the history of Ted Turner. But we all know in 1980, he created CNN. It was the first 24-hour cable network news channel. 24 hours of news back in 1980. So he's the guy who funded CNN. He also started TNT, TBS. What else? I'm trying to think. He purchased the Atlanta Braves in 1976 and the Atlanta Hawks in 1977. This guy was doing a lot. For 87 years, I know he's been sick the last couple years, but he did a lot. And last but not least, we cannot forget Cartoon Network. If it was not for Ted Turner, we would not had a Cartoon Network. If you love cartoons, we have to thank Ted Turner. He gave us 24 hours of cartoons. That was unheard of at that time. In the 90s when it first launched? But all of this, stuff, these great things, accomplishments are because of Ted Turner. There's so many more I can go over, but I just want to go over a few, show our love for the great Ted Turner. But let us know in the comments what's some other things that he did that you just really appreciate and just respect it. But let us know in the comments.